Hello, everyone. This is Josiah. Good to see you again. So today we're going to introduce the new Additel 282 dual channel reference thermometer readout. So first thing first, I would like to say very sorry for making this introduction video so late because I haven't got this demo device until yesterday afternoon. The problem we have is that some components of this are sourced globally, and everybody knows that the global supply chain has been seriously hit by the epidemic. So we have to wait for all the components to be delivered before we can do anything else. However, I think this is also a good opportunity for us to improve the sales because not only Additel has been impacted by the epidemic, some other brands, they have the same problem about the supply chain delays. So as I know so far, some of our other brands, their lead time has been extended to 16 weeks or even 6 months. But for Additel, only new products has been affected by the supply chain delays. But other products like pumps, gauges, calibrators that everybody already familiar with, no problem with the delivery. We still can deliver it in 4 days. We still can ship out within 4 days if the item is in stock, or 2 weeks if we have to order from the factory first. So anyway, so this is a really huge advantage compared with other brands, especially if we have to beat some other brands in tenders or some other cases. So I think we should always consider this when we promote Additel products. Okay, anyway, so let's start to introduce the 282, okay? Okay, so Additel 282 dual channel reference thermometer readout. So this is a reference thermometer readout, which means high accuracy, but customers still can use it to read any industrial PRT or RTD or TC, no problem. It has 2-channel measurement. User can use it to measure PRT or RTD and TC. So both of 2 channels to measure PRT or TC, no problem. Or 1-channel PRT and 1-channel TC, also no problem. It has a data logging ability. And also this is a handheld and also battery powered, so you can easily use it in the lab or on field, no problem. Color touchscreen and also smartphone-like user interface designing. This can help the user to start to use it without the user menu. So you can, if you use it on field, no problem. So reference thermometer readout. So the most important thing is the accuracy. About this table, we can easily find out on the datasheet. So since this is a readout, so normally we should consider 2 accuracies. The first one is the readout itself. That means the electron measurement accuracy. The other one is the combined accuracy with the PRT. That means the readout accuracy and also the PRT accuracy plus together, okay? About this table, one thing I want to say is that this morning I found this table is something wrong. The data right here is not correct, okay? But I need to check with our team tonight to figure out if we need to update this table or not. I hope I was wrong, but I don't know. I will check with them. If we need to update this table, we will send you a new data sheet in a short time. So anyway, if you need some accuracy information about the PRT measurement or thermocouple measurement, please always refer to the latest datasheet, okay? So for time saving, we will skip this part from now. So for the resistant accuracy, for the PRT measurement, so accuracy that will be 25 ppm, okay? The range is 20 to 400 ohms, which covering most of the common PRTs, RTDs. The resolution that will be 0.001 degrees Celsius or degree Kelvin, or we can say 1 milli-K, okay? The measurement range in temperature that will be -20 degrees C to 850 degrees C, pretty wide. And we use the current reversal techniques to cancel the EMF excess to improve the accuracy. And also we apply the ratio measurement technology to cancel the AD converter offset, also to improve the measurement accuracy for the PRT measurement. Okay, so that's the PRT, and now it's the thermocouple. Same thing. This table is easy to find on the datasheet. This one should be okay. I don't think I find any wrong information right here. But anyway, please refer to the latest datasheet. Okay, the voltage accuracy is a 50 ppm plus a 2 mu volt. The range in temperature, that would be -270 to 1800 degrees C. Okay, resolution, same thing, 1 milli-K. When we talk about thermocouple, we always should consider the co-junction composition. So 282 has a built-in PD100 as an internal co-junction composition sensor. So the accuracy is 0.15 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the dual channel readout. So for the PRT and RTD measurement, the connection are two smart connections. We don't have banana jacket or bare wire connection on this device for now. Okay, so some customers may ask, if we want to use our own probe, PRT or RTD probe, to connect to the 282, what can we do? The answer is we need the adapter, which is an optional accessory called a 1972 to make the connection between the bare wire and also smart connection. I will introduce this 1972 later, so let's skip this for now. We have a simulated channel, which is called a differential temperature measurement. This simulated channel should be used to calculate or measure the temperature difference between channel 1 and channel 2. So you can do like a channel 1 minus channel 2 or channel 2 minus channel 1. It doesn't matter. So one more thing is on each channel of the display, we can have both of the electron measurement signal and also the temperature signal. So we're going to have something in degree C or Kelvin or Fahrenheit in the middle. And also on the bottom of the channel, we're going to have the ohm or millivolt. So we're going to display those two values simultaneously. Okay. Probe lock feature, this is really good for some customers if they want to use this readout to read both of a standard probe and also DUT probe. So for example, if a customer, they have a lot of DUT probes need to test at one day or in the period. So they only need the one probe as a standard to make the comparison or calibration. So they can lock the channel 1 to the standard probe. So and then use the channel 2 to do the DUT reading, switch to different DUT or something. So for channel 1, because it is locked, so if the customer changes to another probe, it doesn't work. Okay, so that means you can always lock the channel 1 to the specific probe as a standard. Okay, so this probe lock is one of the application of the 282, and also it's protected by the password. Okay, so 9072 I will introduce later. So for the PRT and RTD test, it supports smart connection probes, and also ITS 90 probes, CVD probes, industrial probe, and also custom RTDs. Okay, so for the thermocouple measurement, so we have two mini TC connections on the top. Okay, customer can select internal co-junction composition or external co-junction composition. Okay, the accuracy for the internal co-junction composition is 0.15. No problem. Supports a lot of different type of thermocouples. Even medium voltage signal directly. So for the noble metals, we have SB and R. For the base metal, we have NTGK, something else. Okay. Yeah. So for the date logging feature, we because of the pretty big color touch screen, so we have both of a data table and also the graph. One thing is the graph scale is customized. So customer can easily expand the picture to see something in detail. Okay, so 8 GB data storage room, so we can save I think over 100 million readings. So probably that's enough for several years of using. So date logging report, we're gonna have a summary, like a time and date or something. And we have a graph and also date table, no problem. To download the date logging data, Additel Land, the free software, you can use it. So this is handheld stuff, so pretty light, about 0.65 kilograms. So you can easily use your one hand to hold it and use the same hand to operate it, no problem. The rechargeable battery, typical using is about 16 hours, and you can charge the battery independently. So that means you can have two batteries. One is on the device for on-field using. The other one you can leave in the lab for charging. The charge time is only about 4 to 6 hours. One more thing is this 282 is also IP67, so waterproof and also dust proof, no problem. So you can use it in any where you want to use it, even in a pretty tough environment. User-friendly experience. So we have a pretty big color touch screen and a smartphone-like interface, just like what I said. It's pretty to use, pretty easy to understand all the functions of it. Before I made this introduction video, I just used 30 minutes to play all the functions of this 282. Pretty easy to understand all the functions, all the features, and all the icons. So no problem. Bluetooth connection. So you can use the Additel Link application on your mobile phone to monitor the values remotely. Okay. Just remember that this one only has a Bluetooth connection, no Wi-Fi. Okay. So Bluetooth connection has a 10 meter to 20 meter limitation about distance. It depends on the environment. Anyway, screenshot is another pretty good feature for this 282. And same thing, you can download the screenshot through the Additel Land. Okay. One more thing I want to introduce is the sensor library. This is a really good application for users if they have a lot of sensors. So they can input the, for example, ITS-90 CVD or smart connection probes or industrial probes, something like that. Put all the information in the sensor library. So next time, if they want to connect to the probe, they just need to select from the sensor library. They don't have to input the complicated coefficients again. Okay, so this is a sensor library. About application, the first one is a regular calibration. So we can use this one as a readout to do the calibration with a standard probe and also a DUT probe. So we can use it in lab, no problem. No problem. The other one is that we can use it on the field. And there are two situations about the on-field using. The first one is what we call the in situ calibration. So in situ calibration is something like the reference is put directly in the process without the removing the DUT. So we can say that the reference is usually very close to DUT, and your DUT is still on the line. Okay, so for example, there's a line and your DUT is definitely on the line already. So for the in situ calibration, you don't have to remove the DUT. Okay, you just need to put your standard connect to the line directly. So this time, your DUT and standard use the same heating source, and this heating source is your line. Okay. The other, or what we call the regular on-site or on-field calibration, what you need to do is you need to remove or disassemble DUT from the line, and then put the DUT and also your standard in the external heating source, like a bath or dry well, and then make the calibration. And then after that, you need to put back your DUT into the line. Okay, so there are two different ways to do it. 282 supports both of them. So you don't have to remove the DUT if this is a pretty big or pretty hard to disassemble it. Okay, anyway, so so for the standard PRT connection, because we use a smart connection, so you just need to plug in. Okay, for the very first time, you may need to input some coefficients about that probe. But for the second time, because we have the sensor library, you don't have to input it again. Okay. For the probe, we highly recommend AccuMac Pro because we have been cooperating for a long time, and a lot of customers, they already purchased the AccuMac Probe. They have no complaint about it. Okay, pretty reliable and pretty stable, pretty high accuracy. Yeah, so with the AccuMac Pro, even the first time using it, you don't have to input any coefficient because all the AccuMac Additel Smart Connection Probe already has this saved coefficient inside of the smart connector. So you just need to plug into the 282 or 875 or 878, and then the device will recognize that probe automatically. Okay. So anyway, about other applications, we can use the 282 for some industrial using, like freezer verifications or production line verifications or temperature date logging or chamber verification or testing or something like that. So anyway, because it has 2 channels, so you can easily to use it to do like a 1-point calibration or testing or verification or monitoring, or 2 points monitoring and make the temperature difference between these 2 points. Okay. About the competitors stuff, we listed 4 items here: Additel 282, Fluke 1524, Isotech TTI10, and also CTH from Weka 6500. So as you can see from the picture, only Additel 282 has a pretty big color touch screen. So the other 3, you always have to use the button. So the problem for the button using is that you may have to check the user manual for some specific features. But with the color touch screen, no problem. You can always easily figure out what's the feature and where is the function you need. Okay, about the specification. So the sensor type, 282 can measure PRT, RTD, and TC. Some other items can also test NTC or some flow stuff, something like that. Okay. Anyway, so for the accuracy, okay, PRT measurement accuracy at 0 degrees C, we have 6 millik. Okay. This accuracy is just a readout accuracy. Okay. It doesn't include the probe. Okay. But for the other, we have a 15 millik or 12 millik or 30 millik. So we have a much better accuracy right here. Thermocouple accuracy, the example here is using type K and also using the internal co-junction composition. So we have a 0.17 degrees C at 6 degrees C range. The other one has 0.24 or 0.5. So the accuracy in thermocouple measurement, we're on the top. Display, yeah, 282 has the it's the only one has the large color touch screen. So this is a pretty big advantage. When you promote the 282, you probably just need to show the device to the customer and then let them play with it. Okay. Weight, same thing as a Fluke, and also a little bit heavier than the Isotech and the Weka. Communication, we have a USB and also Bluetooth, but the Fluke only has a serial port and also USB for Isotech and Weka. IP67 screenshot and also remote viewing or monitoring. Only 282 has these 3 features. Okay. Yeah. So accessories. So I want to introduce 2 pretty interesting and also important optional accessories. So these 2 accessories are the optional accessories. So which means you have to purchase it separately. Okay. The first one is the 9071. This is really important for the customer who already has the AccuMac AM something / Additel Smart Connection Pro. Because if you want to recalibrate those Additel Smart Connection probes in a local lab or national lab, you have to use this accessory because a smart connector is not something that every third-party lab can read. Okay, so they need an adapter or a converter to convert from the smart connection to bare wire or the spade plugs. So with the 9071, they can do that. They just need to plug in the smart connection on this side, okay? And then use the spade plug right here, and then use this side to connect to their reference, and then to calibrate this Acumac Additel Smart Connection Pro. Okay, so this is a 9071. Customer may only need this 9071 when they want to recalibrate the Pro. Otherwise, for daily using or something, probably they don't need this. Okay, and unless they use some other readout or something, only can read the bare wire or spade plugs. Anyway, so this is a 9071. The other one is 9072. This is something that the customer may always need. So, for example, I mentioned just like I mentioned before, if a customer wants to use their own probe as a center or the DUT, if they make a connection, if they still want to make a connection to the 282, and considering that 282 can only read the smart connection, so what they need, they just need this 9072. Okay, so the regular probe only has a bare wire or the spade plug like this. So with the 9072, they can use the clamp to connect with the probe. Okay, so the naked wire or bare wire right here. Okay, and then we have a smart connection right here, and then 282 is connecting on this side. Okay, so this is a 9072. Okay, customer can use this 9072 to connect ITS-90, CVD, or industrial PRT or RTD, no problem. Okay, you don't have to say 9072 can only be used for ITS-90. No, you can still use it for the industrial RTD. I will show you later how to do that. Okay, so a demo offer. So this time demo package includes a lot of things. The first one is 282 mainframe, of course. And then we have a one Acumac AM1730/12/Additel Smart Connection. This is a secondary PRT. And also we give you a one free 9072. This is a smart connector with a clamp like this. So when you promote the 282, don't forget to bring this 9072, because sometimes customers always ask if they want to use their own probe. Just show them this pretty good accessory, and then tell them how to use it to connect between the 282 and their own probe. No problem. The other one we have is a thermocouple type K. So with the Acumac probe and also thermocouple type K, you can easily show the customer how the two channels work. Okay. Last one, next one is the 9071. This is the adapter or the accessory if you want to recalibrate your Additel Smart Connection probes. Okay, the carrying case, of course. So this is a one bundle. Okay, so you can purchase at most 3 bundles. Okay, one more thing is the offer expires this Thursday. September 30, just 2 days later. So this is why I said so sorry that I'm making this video so late. We only have 2 days to make the decision. Okay. Yeah. So let me know if you have any question about 282 and also the demo offer. Okay. If you need more information or a quote about the demo offer, please just let me know. Send me an email. Okay. So next thing what we need to do is the hands-on. Okay, so let me, oops, the camera first. Okay. Oh, so we better do this. Okay, so 282. Okay, so touch screen, of course. Okay, and then we have something on the left, nothing. On the bottom, nothing. On the top, that'll be 2 channels measurement. Channel 1, channel 2, SPRT connection, smart connection for the PRT and the RTD, and thermocouple right here. Okay, we have 2 channels. Okay, on the back, that will be a stand or support, and also the battery right here. On the right side, on the bottom is the power connection right here, and also the USB connection for the data downloading Type C. Okay, right here, this is the point I want to introduce. So after the official shipping or the official product, you have nothing here. Okay, no connection right here. We will block this. Okay, this is just a demo device. Okay, they just make one for me especially. So so this is why we still have the pressure connection port right here. But actually, we received the real one, nothing right here. Okay, we will block the something right here. Okay, so anyway, so when you turn on the device, that'll be something looks like this. Okay, we're gonna have two channels, channel 1 and channel 2. Okay, so first thing I want to do is introduce how to use a smart connector probes. So let's see. We go to the sensor library, smart sensor. We have nothing right here, right? Okay, so now I have an Acumac smart probe. This is a PT100. This is a CVD probe. And also all the coefficients, the ABC is saved inside of the smart chip, inside of the smart connection. So as you can see, this channel 1, it says PT100 385, right? This is the sensor type. Okay, so when I plug in, it will change to 19144, which is the serial number of this probe. So this means, okay, this 282 already recognized this probe. So if we check the sensor library, we find that there's one sensor added automatically. Okay, so this is the smart connector, connector probe. So to check the menu, we have setup, filter, and the statistics. Okay, so for setup, we can view the sensor type because this is smart connector probe, so we cannot change the sensor type. But for the thermocouple, if you connect with a thermocouple or regular RTD, you can change the sensor type to PT50, PT100, PT10, or Type K, Type S, or something. I will show you later. Temperature unit, Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Resolution, that'll be 1 millik, 10 millik, 100 millik, or just 1 degree, something like that. Okay. Filter, that'll be just a filter. Okay, you can enable it or disable it. And the statistics, so you can turn it on, so you can have a maximum value, min value, and also the average value. And you can click this to refresh all the data right here. Okay, so this is a channel 1 we use to display how to make the connection or how to read the value with the smart probe. Okay, we're gonna use the channel 2 to connect with the thermocouple Type K. Okay, so what we need to do is click here and select thermocouple. Okay, the default one is a millivoltage signal directly, and just go to setup, select the sensor type to thermocouple Type K. Resolution, temperature unit, change to a degree Celsius. And co-junction composition type. This is pretty interesting. We have internal, external. Of course, external is a fixed number, something like that. If you have ice bath to be as the co-junction source, something like that, and then you can select the external. This is a fixed point. And one more thing is a custom. When you select custom, that means you're gonna use the other channel of the 282 as a co-junction composition sensor. So for example, we have a channel 2 as a thermocouple Type K, right? And if we select a custom co-junction type, that means we're going to use a channel 1 sensor as a CGC sensor. So we can select a PT100, PT50 or something. So for example, PT100. Let's see, okay. All right. So if you look at the bottom, we have a temperature number right here. And also we have millivoltage right here. CGC is the same number right here. Okay, and if we unplug this, that means we have nothing reading on the channel 1. So nothing right here. So that means nothing on the co-junction composition. So in this way, we have no co-junction composition. So this is why your thermocouple reading is nothing. Okay. If we put it back, so everything will go back. Yeah, you can see the reading right here. Okay. So this is the thermocouple. This is the smart probe. So next thing I want to introduce is how to use a 9072 to connect with a regular RTD or PRT or another ITS-90. So this is the 9072. Okay, we have a one smart connection to connect to right here. Okay, the other side we have four clamps. Okay, so this is a PT100. Okay, so if I'm right, nothing inside of this smart chip. So let's see, we're going to use the channel 2 to make the connection. So plug in. So we still have a type K right here, right? So we click here and RTD, okay, and select the type. This one is PT100 385. So that's just okay. Yep. So you see this sensor type right here is still PT100 385. That means this is an industrial RTD. Okay. If you see the serial number, okay, like what we have on the smart probe, that means this is not an industrial one. Okay. So for the industrial one, you only have a PT100 385. So if this is not an industrial sensor, this is a ITS-90. So what can I do to input all the coefficient inside of smart chip? You just need to go to the sensor library, smart sensor, +1. Okay, add a new one. Model name, let's see, test. Okay, and serial number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is an ITS-90 or CVD, whatever. Temperature range -200, let's say 200 degrees C. Okay, so you're gonna have a resistance value for the 0 point water, for example, 100.005 ohm, and then A9 B9 or A4 B4 or something. Okay, so for time saving, we just leave 0 right here. Okay, and then okay. So now you already created one smart probe right here, but right now the data has not been saved inside of a smart chip. So you need one more step. Just go to the sensor library, select this new sensor or smart sensor you just created, and click here, the apply button. Okay, now it's okay. Go back. So see right here, it is not PT100 385 anymore. It is test. Okay, so if we unplug it, you will see PT100, nothing here. If we plug in, it is test. That means it is this smart probe. Or if we change to channel number 1, it is it's changed to a test right here. Okay. All right. So I want to introduce something more about the applications. Okay. So the first one. Okay. The first one is a temperature converter. That's what we call a thermal calculator, industrial RTD or TC type, PT100 type K or something, signal and value or something. Temperature unit converter, 50 degrees Celsius equals to 300 something Kelvin. Sensor library. Okay. So temperature differential. This is something like this is something like the simulated channel. So you can easily use this one to calculate or display the temperature difference between two channels. So first thing, you want to enable it. Okay, temperature units degrees Celsius. Okay, calculate type, that would be channel 1 minus channel 2 or channel 2 minus channel 1. Okay, real-time data, because we have no sensor connected right here, so it's nothing right here. But if you enable it, if you go back to the readout interface, you will have 3 channels, channel 1, channel 2, and this simulated channel. So let's see, plug in one channel. Channel 1, that would be the smart probe number 1, and channel 2, that would be a smart probe channel 2. Okay, because we selected channel 1 minus channel 2, so oops. Okay, so this is why we have a reading like this. So that would be 30 something minus 28 something. So this is why we have a 1.3 right here. Okay. Yeah. So this is the differential temperature. Okay. Let me put the TC right here. Okay. One more thing is the date logging. Okay. So, oops. Let me change to thermocouple. Otherwise, I always heard the alarm. Okay, date logging. We can create a new one. Okay. So, for example, this is the first time we use it. We can select a channel 1 as a TC channel 1 or RTD channel 1. For example, RTD channel 1. And if you collect the second one, you will see all the channel 1s disappear. Okay, so you can select a RTD2 or TC2 as a channel 2 reading. Okay, the third one, it should be the simulated channel for the temperature difference between channel 1 and channel 2. But this one, just like I said, this is a demo device that engineers just made for me for this introduction video. So this is not a complete firmware. So this one is just the atmosphere pressure, but actually this one should be the simulated temperature differential between channel 1 and channel 2. Okay, so you're gonna have 3 channels at most. So one more thing is you can change the color of the display. So right now, channel 1 is in red, the channel 2 is in yellow. So we can click here and change to blue color. Okay, and then we can start it. So we can set up the test interval, samples, the total time. Okay, then we have a graph like this: channel 1, channel 2. Okay, we have something on the left that is a green color, blue color. That's for the channel 1, and the scale on the left, that will be 30.49 on the bottom, 30.51 on the top, and this is in blue color. So that means that's for channel 1. On the right side, it's a yellow color. That's for channel 2. So you can see the scale on the bottom is 28.559. On top, that will be 28.584. So if you look at the yellow line, you should always follow the scale on the right side. Okay. So for example, we can save it, test 2, 5, whatever. So you're gonna have a data saved right here. Okay. So this is a summary. You have start time, end time, intervals, RTD 1, 2, some information, and you have a graph like this. You have a data table in detail, and then you can delete it. Okay. So something else, we have a data management screenshot, and also date logging, and also setup. We have a Bluetooth personalization like time, date, and language or something. Service menu, power management, product information, and also the channel log. Password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the channel log that I mentioned before during these slides. So you can log the channel 1 to a specific probe. Okay. Last thing is the quick setup menu right here. Okay, we have battery information, date and time, environment temperature, environment atmosphere, channel 1, 2, and also the differential channel information, and screen lock, Bluetooth, and also the sound. Okay, so I think that will be it. That's the 282. Yeah, so this is the the Additel dual channel reference thermometer readout. Just remember that the demo offer ends in 2 days. Yeah, so sorry about that. Sorry. So yeah. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and thank you for your support, Additel, as always. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, just send me an email. And all right, so that'll be it. Have a great day. Bye bye.